Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Friday, April 25th, 2025. People, we need to put a few things together right now because we understand how the system works. They tell you what's going to happen before it does. Invariably, this is the way it plays out. Now, you know, if you've been with me for any length of time, at the end of last year, I started to float out the idea that potentially we were going to see shortages with regard to consumer goods pretty much across the board moving forward. Well, they're letting us in on the big secret that this is going to happen. Let's look at a couple of headlines from this morning before we even touch on the market. Market Watch. Pandemic era shortages may return, will return. Okay, without some kind of a trade war deal with China. Hold that thought. We got to talk about this. So businesses are warning that shortages are coming. They are coming. Let's move forward. The trade war's wave of retail shortages will hit consumers in stages. It's going to happen, guys and girls. It's going to happen. And as I said, you and I have been way ahead of the curve on this. It started at the end of last year where we started to talk about it here. Look back on my videos, publications that I put out in my newsletter. Now we're going to cover the fallout, which was my last publication from February, of what this means. Now let's talk about something else here. There's an interesting phenomenon going on here, and it's all propaganda. So we understand that China is saying there are no talks going on right now. President Trump says there is. I'm going to side with China here. Trump has no credibility whatsoever. All he's trying to do with his Treasury Secretary Besant is keep the market from falling further, although stock futures are lower. There is no talks going on there. There is no deal in the works. This is what we were told last time. If you recall, during Trump's last tenure, a deal tomorrow, the next day, no. It was all a lie then. It's a lie now. Wake up to the fact that Trump is the great deceiver. He is the duppy. He is a malevolent force aligned with Satan. Once you understand that, you realize that it's all lies. It's all deceptions. It's all propaganda. All right. This is propaganda. There are no talks with China whatsoever. China does not want to make a deal with the U.S. They got us by the throat. They know that they got us by the throat, but we're going to pay for it, people. We're going to pay for it, and don't take Greg's word for it anymore. Shortages are coming. Now, I want to cover what we're talking about here. So here we go. Again, you have to understand, people have to suffer here. They have to be made to suffer so they can issue in their new system. They're not done pressuring the people more and more and more to an extreme level, devaluing the currency, destroying the economy, sucking wealth right out of you so they can push it right up to the 1% and 2%ers. And a part of this is going to be supply chain disruptions, as I've been telling you since the end of last year. Now, this is the fallout. I want to cover this with you. Pay attention, because what I outlined for you here, again, we have their playbook. I have their playbook. That means you have their playbook. And we're going to break this all down because we need to be ready for what's coming here, people. I don't know another way to put this. So I'm going to read this to you. Look, man, subscribe to my newsletter. It's 100% free. There is a link in the description of this video. And you're going to get all kinds of stuff like this. So look, this is again from February 24th, specifically 2025. So I wrote, from that time, in the next 6 months, several supply chains are likely to face and will face disruptions affecting goods entering the United States. Now, what I did with this is I compiled a list of 9 categories, which I think are going to hit people the hardest. So let's cover this real quick. So number 1, medical supplies. The United States imports medical supplies from many countries, including China, Germany, Japan, and Mexico. Geopolitical tensions and tariffs can potentially disrupt the supply chain for medical products, and they will. They're letting us know about it. Okay, again, they have to tell you first. They want to see how you push back. If you don't push back against it, they take this as consent. This is how it works. It's about free will. It's about choice. You are given these choices, okay, by God the Father, if you want to put it there. So you can choose to not do anything about it because, again, this is how it works. It's about free will. Number two, pharmaceuticals, disruptions in the supply of raw materials and manufacturing delays will impact the availability of pharmaceuticals. Think about what this means for you. If you're on a certain type of medication, for example, if you need a certain type of a medical supply, they want you and all of us on our knees. So we beg for a solution. Does this sound about right to you or no? Greg is completely off base. Number three, maritime shipping. Proposed tariffs on Chinese-built commercial ships entering the United States. Again, but Trump is kind of loosening his stance here, but I still believe this is going to happen, okay? Entering U.S. ports could lead to increased shipping costs, which they will, and potential delays impacting industry relying on affordable transportation, technology, vehicles, and apparel across the board. Number four, oil and energy products. Uncertainty in U.S. foreign policy. There is no foreign policy. The U.S. economic policy comes down to tariffs and a weaker dollar. This is not an economic policy. This is a joke. And the joke is not on us because we're prepared. It's on them. Okay, we understand where they're coming from, where their alliances lie. Uncertainty for U.S. foreign policy has led oil traders to shy away from long-term charter contracts for tankers, potentially affecting the supply of oil and energy products. 5. Consumer goods. Ongoing geopolitical tensions and trade disputes will lead to an incoherent tariff policy. Sound about right? That's where we are right now. It's incoherent. It's on one day. It's off the next day. Maybe this, maybe that. Exemptions over here, but not exemptions over there. What is this? It's insane. It's completely insane. This will lead to shipping delays affecting the availability and cost of consumer goods. Number 6, technology components. Supply chain disruptions will impact the availability of critical components for technology products, leading to potential shortages and increased prices. Sound about right to you? Number 7, automotive parts. Supply chain challenges could lead to shortages and will lead to shortages of automotive parts, affecting vehicle production and repair services. Number 8, construction materials. Supply chain issues will lead to shortages of construction materials, affecting building projects and infrastructure development. Sound about right to you? Number 9, electronics. Supply chain disruptions will affect the availability of electronic products, leading to potential shortages and increased prices. People, it's all here for you. This is going to happen, and they're telling you about it. This is today. Again, they want to see what you're going to do about it. Are you going to sit back and suck your thumb off? Or are you going to share this video? Are you going to get it out there by pushing back? That's what they do. Again, their playbook demands that they have to tell you first so you can choose either to push back or not. If you don't push back, it's taken as consent. They move forward with their agenda. It's about free will. It's about choice. This is, make no mistake, this is a spiritual war. Are you going to allow this to happen to you? Well, they're telling you what they're going to do. Are you going to push back against it? What are you going to do today? What action are you going to take? Are you going to share this video? Are you going to comment here at least? Give this video a thumbs up if I've so earned it. Come on, guys and girls. And again, this should bother you here. There's nothing going on here. Okay, there's no negotiations going on here. This is all a joke. Trump has zero credibility. Tell me one thing this guy has said that's been true as of late. Nothing. Zero. It's all a lie, a deception. Him and his entire administration are aligned with the devil. It's devilism. Let's move forward here. This morning we got the U.S. 10-year yield dropping. Who's buying all the freaking debt? I'm going to give you one guess. The U.S. dollar this morning, a slight little nudge higher on a relative strength basis. The dollar is losing its ability, or it has lost it already. It's no longer a safe haven asset, and it's obviously showing. You got stock futures lower across the board. If the market believed that there was actually some kind of a trade deal in the works here, which there is not here, it would be higher today. Gold, silver, and crude oil are down. Okay, gold and silver need to pull back here. Okay, we need a pullback. I've been telling you this here. We need a new floor. It will go higher on currency devaluation. Just no doubt about it. Crude oil is down. Why? Demand. The world economy is being destroyed from within. Here in the United States, especially from within. And the demand for crude oil is obviously going to be much lower. Cryptos, mixed, pretty much across the board. All right, guys, that's where we're at. So listen to me. Start to think about what this means for you, especially with, let me just summarize here. Medical supplies, expect shortages. Pharmaceuticals, expect shortages. Products across the board, expect shortages. Energy products, shortages. Consumer goods across the board, shortages. Technology components, shortages. Automotive parts, shortages. Construction materials, shortages. Electronics, shortages. This is what they're going to do to us. Again, they got to tell you what they're going to do. They're doing it right now. What are you going to do about it? It's about free will. It's about you choosing what you want to do, what you want to allow them to do to you. Does this sound about right to you? I think so. Again, this is how devilism works. It's all deceptions. It's all lies. It's distractions. It's look here. Then it comes down to they tell you what they're going to do. Wait to see what you're going to do about it. If you don't push back, it's taken as consent. And that's taken as your free will. And you're allowing whatever they want to happen to you or do to you, well, it's okay. Because they told you it was going to happen. So it's time for action, Lions. We got to come together again. We are rising. This pride is rising because of you. You're getting this work out there. You're sharing it. Look, man, we're going to get a lot of pushback. Whenever I start to talk about these elements that are kind of outside the box about free will, free choice, spiritual war, our alignment with the source here, of course, you get the detractors, but then again, they're the devils themselves, revealing themselves to you. Sound about right? I think we're on the same page. So, with regards to shortages, people, count on it. It's coming. We are being squeezed from every possible angle. Every possible angle to bring us to our knees to issue in a new system. Why do you think we'll get this alignment between this current non-human creature that they've stuck behind the resolute desk, align themselves with the Federal Reserve, allowing them to fulfill their goal, calling for lower rates, weaker dollar here? You think that helps you? Doesn't help you at all. Should be quite obvious. But they're not done with us, and I'm telling you, they are not done at all. We're going to see the economy free fall faster here in the United States and around the world as central banks solidify their lock around our throat, pushing us down to our knees so we beg for a new system because that's what they're looking to do. I think we're pretty much on the same page. All right, guys and girls, listen, I'll see you later, 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern for the live stream, all right? We got this, people. I'm going to urge you to share this stuff, get it out there. Tell me where I got this right and where I got this wrong, because I really want to hear from you. And this is an opportunity to let the devils out. Let them come out and reveal themselves to us right here on this blog. Let's see what the comments say, because remember, they can't stay in the truth. It burns them to the core of what they are. And this here, there's a lot of truth here. I think most of you would agree with that. See you guys and girls later.